So who do I have here today?
Hey, I'm Chad Chastain with the Lakeland Punk Rock Flea Market.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah.
And I want to thank Coash for letting me use this room.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, I'm a big fan of the punk flea market.
Yeah.
And I went to it when it was over here, and now we're over here at the end where they close off the road.
Oh, yeah.
Where are you originally from, if you don't mind me asking?
I am, I don't ever want to say that I'm from Arkansas because I don't like Arkansas, but I am born and raised in Georgia, but I went to high school in Arkansas. That's where I did discover punk rock. That's where I met my wife. That's where I started my first bands. And then I got out of Arkansas and ended up in Florida.
Fantastic. And so you're married to the art crawl.
Yes.
That's also here in Lakeland.
Yes, yeah. My wife Ellen Chastain works at the Polk Museum of Art. She runs Art Crawl, and I mean, I couldn't do what I do with the Punk Flea without helping her or watching her do everything first through Art Crawl.
That is fantastic.
So,
I've never heard of anybody like that. Two entities
Yeah.
doing two different things.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, she's definitely better than I am. I'm just the rebellious punk rock kid that she has rules because she's a nonprofit organization, and I'm not. I have no. No
Same here.
requirements. I can do what I want to. So I do what I want to.
Yeah, I'm a sole proprietor.
Yeah.
I can do what the heck I want.
Yeah.
If I make a lot of money, I'll pay the tax man, and that's it.
Yeah.
So how did you get started? If you don't mind me asking, what
Yeah.
brought you to, hey, I got an idea. Let's start a punk flea. How did that start, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been doing punk rock. I've been playing in punk bands since I was 15, 16, something like that. And in punk rock, if you want to do it, you do it yourself. Like, there's not an established business model.
Okay.
We just make it happen. So I've been booking my own shows, and then I ran some venues for a while. I worked in a recording studio for a while. I managed Guitar Center. I've played all these different musical instruments, and I'm not good at any of them, but I'm good enough to finish the set. But after learning how to throw a show and how to not throw a show and how to throw a better show and how to do different festivals, I just kind of took my knowledge from that punk world and applied it to the art festival world that my wife had basically showed me how to do. And that's where I was able to do the punk rock flea market. But I literally, it's not an original idea. It's not my idea. These have been existing in other states across the country. I think New Jersey was the first one like 15, 16 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So I just heard about them. I went to one in Orlando, went to one in St. Pete. They were both awesome. And I just said, you know what, I think Lakeland would do really well given our location between Tampa, Orlando,
9 million people.
9 million people, yeah. So, and it's huge here.
It's true. In fact, do you think that area is big enough? I mean, you're going to go around the lake because it grows like every year.
Well, we kind of capped it. So we have the first 2 years were just in the parking lot of Swan Brewing, or the
Cul-de-sac.
the area of Swan Brewing, and then we expanded it a little bit into the road. Then we expanded it more into the road, and then even more into the road. So I think where we are right now, which is kind of blocking all of whatever that road is, like Wire, and a little portion of Pine. I think we're going to cap it right there because that's really like the sweet spot. That's what we like. We don't want to get too big. We got about 70, 80 vendors, depending
70
on.
or 80.
Yeah. And I think last time we drew about 4,500 people.
Wow.
Into a one-day festival, which is, I mean, that's like, in my mind, that's like Warped Tour massive festival level, which I was never aiming for that, but like,
you never know.
Yeah, it's happening.
And Dan over there?
Yeah, Dan at Swan Brewing is, I mean, he took a huge gamble on me because I literally emailed him and was like, hey, I don't know you, I don't even drink alcohol, but I think it would be cool to do an event together. And he just said, sure, let's give it a shot. And now it's massive.
It's exploded.
Yeah.
It makes you think, why can't you do it twice a year?
Well, we do. We do it every March and every September.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So-
That might be why
Yeah. So
Okay.
we do it twice a year in Lakeland, and then I also do it in Bradenton and then in St. Pete. So every now and then I do one or two in those locations as well. So this will be, I think, this will be the 8th Lakeland Punk Rock Flea Market.
Okay.
And then in total, this will be like my 13th Punk Rock Flea Market that I've ran. And of course, Julie Townsend from the Lakeland Curb Market. Every December, me, her, and Stephanie from Buena all do the holiday night market.
Yeah,
And
and
that's-
she's over there at Bonnet Springs now, right?
Yes, that's where Stephanie is.
That's where
yes.
Steph is.
Yep.
Man, oh man, oh man.
So we do little things all over the place.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
I love this community. It's so incredible. Everybody gets along and then stuff like that. And Julie has been instrumental the whole time. I mean, basically, she's the one who started downtown.
Yeah, she's the one that revitalized it. So she's a big benefit for the whole city.
So, what kind of people come and what kind of people sign up to be vendors?
It's all direct invite. So I don't know of any other markets that really do it the way I do. So I don't hold like open applications. So if someone wants to be a vendor, they can message me, but I will say yes or no based on, do you match the theme? Where are you going to fit in with the crowd that I'm trying to create? Because, let's be honest, what I'm really doing is throwing a party. And the vendors.
That's right, and everybody can drink.
Yeah. So the vendors are what make it a party. So I don't want to bring people in that are not going to match the theme or are kind of downers. I want someone that's going to be uplifting and fun and entertaining. And it's excellent people watching at the Punk Rock Flea Market. We get a lot of interesting fellows and ladies at the event.
Yeah.
So it's good, but we don't draw just Lakeland. We've got people. I've got one family from I believe it's Wisconsin that flies into Florida every year. And they ask, hey, what week is the Punk Rock Flea Market? And they plan their trips around that. So, we get people from all over.
I can think of a couple. I know Jesse, Bump.
Yeah.
Some of the people that I see routinely fit in well over there.
Yeah, Bump's a great dude. Jesse Carl I think she's been a part of every one of them.
So the idea is that if you have a business or you want to be a vendor, shoot you an email. What address?
You could email me, but I would rather message me through Instagram or Facebook because from your business page, because that way I can immediately see who you are, what you sell, what you want to do, and I don't need more vendors for sure. I just would rather.
That's when you know you're good.
Well, thank you, but I definitely don't want that. I'm perfectly content. I think my vendor list is something like 500 now, and all of them message me almost monthly wanting to get on. So we really just want to throw a fun event for the greater Central Florida area. And I try my hardest to always, when I book the bands, I try to book a band from Orlando and a band from Tampa or St. Pete, or this time I've got a band from Miami, a band from Gainesville, Melbourne. I'm bringing bands from all over the Central Florida area and trying to reconnect the greater Central Florida music scene. So instead of it being the St. Pete scene or the Orlando scene, or not that Lakeland has a scene, but we got two bands and I'm in one of them.
Oh, wow.
But, we're trying to make it to where it's an opportunity for the greater Central Florida area to have some ownership and stake in the
That
event.
is fantastic, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know, I wasn't exposed to the genre, if you will, until the Punk Flea Market.
Yeah.
I was in La La Land, listening to my pop and my 70s music.
Yeah.
And then during the 80s, I started to see it, I think as different as I get is like AC/DC.
Yeah.
But then I start to see that, there's some good themes here, being open-minded and enjoying some different tunes.
Yeah, that's really it. It is the open-mindedness is the biggest. I think you could say politically we certainly lean a leftern direction, but in regards to the music, it's not locked into punk rock only. From the stage, yes, I want punk rock, but in regards to a vendor or the kind of atmosphere we're creating, it's more counterculture. So AC/DC falls into that. David Bowie would fall into that. Some metal stuff would fall into that.
Kiss?
So yeah, Kiss would be. I'm not a Kiss fan.
Okay.
I got a good friend that's a big Kiss fan, so I always poke fun at him. But all that. Anything that's a little bit weird, a little bit rock and roll. If there's some distortion in it, then it's gonna.
And if your heart's in it, man, and you enjoy it, spread it.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. So, is there anything that you do on your time off? Is this what you do full time? Or?
No, this is not really even a gig. So I work for a large insurance company here in town, and that's fine. That's my job.
There you go.
I play disc golf, which is very nerdy, but that's my sport.
I don't even know what that is.
It is golf with frisbees.
Oh, I've seen videos.
Yes.
And they try to throw it and they hit that basketball hoop or whatever?
The chain basket, that's.
Oh, I've seen those.
Yeah.
And how far? Those can go like 100 yards, can't they?
Yeah, some of them. There's one right off of Bartow Road is Holloway Park. They have a hole there that's like 900 feet. Now, I cannot throw that far.
Okay.
I can't even throw a third of that far. But, yeah.
So, but you can back as far as you want to be and try to get it, right?
Yeah. And you throw, and then you throw again, and then you throw again.
Just like golf. Okay.
Yeah, it's just like golf. Just
So
with frisbees.
you work for an insurance company.
Yeah.
Is your regular feed
That's the only income.
that's the only income?
Yeah.
And then you get excited and you party hard with the, and then your wife, talk about your wife?
Yeah, yeah.
And her art crawl?
Yeah.
How did it start?
She started it as a part of the program at the Polk Museum of Art. So I don't even know, 10, 11 years ago, they wanted to do their own little smaller art festival. And so she kind of took the lead with that. And then after 2 years, I think she took it out on her own. The museum just simply didn't have the time or manpower to do it. So she took it on her own. It's a nonprofit organization. I don't want to speak for her, but it's real similar in size. So I think she gets like 60, 70, maybe even 80 artists. And she's definitely not going as counterculture as what I do. So a lot of what I get is
Sure.
like we want it to push the boundaries of normal. She's going for something that's good, but eclectic. So
In the mental era?
yeah, yeah.
Nobody's gonna.
Yeah, so like if you were to compare her event to another festival like Gasparilla or Mayfair, those are awesome, and she certainly fits somewhere in between those spectrums. But we're really wanting, she is really wanting Art Crawl to be something for the younger crowd.
Oh, okay.
So if you can't afford a $2,000 piece of artwork, but maybe you can afford a $50 piece of artwork, or if you're a new artist and you can't get your foot in the door to these bigger festivals, this is a route that you can take. So
I didn't know that. There's a limitation? There's more artists than there are booths available?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like if you wanted to do, like let's say Mayfair, I want to say the fee for an artist to get on is somewhere like $200, $300, $400 to get a booth.
Okay.
And that's just a huge hurdle for some people to get through.
Of course.
So as a younger artist, especially like she has several high school students, college students that do it. And it's a lot more affordable and easier access point.
That's fantastic.
And then she has prizes for the artist, cash prizes, things like that.
And what does she do with the funds that she brings up? If it's nonprofit,
it is nonprofit, so it all circles back into the next one.
Okay.
Yeah, she does her event once a year, and then she does little pop-up events, and she has a deal with the city to where all the park offices have artwork hung up in there, and she's responsible for that.
Yeah. Some of the coffee shops and stuff, I've seen them around town.
Yeah, I would love it to get in some coffee shops. That's just they don't all do that anymore.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that you do outside of this that like philanthropy or helping the community?
I've got a good friend, Jason Shazo, that runs Rose Dynasty, which is an LGBT organization. So the punk rock flea market raises money and that actually benefits them through like t-shirt sales and stuff like that.
Okay, so you even give back on the Punk Flea?
Yeah, all of that money goes
I didn't know that.
to charities. So
I thought you bought you a Corvette or something. Oh, no, okay.
No,
that's awesome. I didn't know that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, so all of that money is funneled back in. So yeah, we try to help out different organizations. I've raised money for Art Crawl. I've raised money for Red Tent Initiative. I've raised money for, out of Tampa, there's an organization called Pet Skunk Advocate and Rescues. And I've had them at the events to where you can sit down and take pictures and pet the skunks.
Oh, wow.
But they raise money to help skunks, like you can actually have them as pets.
Oh, yeah.
And they help with their medical bills and stuff like that. But
well, fantastic.
yeah.
And do you have a website or is it Facebook mostly?
LakelandPunkFlea.com is the website, and that's really just a landing page. If you want to discover anything about the Punk Flea, you can go to the Instagram or the Facebook, Lakeland Punk Flea.
Have you got some video out
Tons
there?
of videos.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Tons of videos. We have We're Lost Boys, which is Ernie. He's a buddy of mine here in town, runs the kava shop over off of Massachusetts. He does all the video work. He's excellent, but he's shot several videos for us. Yeah, we got tons of stuff, and then I'm the drummer in a punk band too called the Cutoffs.
The Cutoffs.
Yeah, so we'll be playing the next punk rock flea market.
Oh, you will. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a bloody treat.
Yeah.
So, if they want to ask,
Mm-hmm.
go to Facebook, send an email.
Yeah.
And it's March what?
March 24th. It's from noon to 6. It's a totally free event. Doesn't cost you a penny. It could be hot. We talked about the temperature. It's always a little warm.
And when is you said it's twice a year. When's this?
Twice a year. It's usually the last Sundays in September and March.
September and March.
The last Sunday in March this year is Easter, so we shifted it 1 week early to dodge that.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, March 24th, noon to 6 at Swan Brewing. We'll take over a huge portion of the road there, and it's excellent. Like, I mean, you don't have to be a punk rock kid. You could be my daughter, 13, loves coming to the event because her friends meet her there and they go shopping for jewelry. My mother-in-law comes to the event. She has a fun time.
And my daughter, she dresses up in cosplay and comes.
Yeah.
She loves to do her cosplay. She does the makeup, Draculaura and Monster High. She does all of that, and then she goes around. She got these boots that are like this high.
I would love it if we could get some more cosplay people, but it gets so hot.
Yeah.
So you put all that effort into putting makeup on, and then by the end of the event, your face is running down. So
like today, sun may not be out, and may be nice and cool and
Yeah.
shady as well.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time very much, and we're going to promote the heck out of this. Get it more. You're going to have the police block and everything.
We already have to hire the police.
Yeah, that's part of the deal.
Yeah, we've never had an issue. We've never needed the police at all.
Oh, that's
but we hire them. They are there.
That's fantastic.
Thank
you
Don.
so much for your time, man.
Yeah,
Have a
I
great
appreciate it.
Absolutely.